Imagine the silence, the suffocating darkness. A space meant for coats and forgotten things, becoming a prison for a child. This isn't a scene from a horror movie. This is allegedly the reality 7-year-old was living in, right here in Austin, Texas. What unfolded behind the closed doors of an ordinary apartment has sent shockwaves through community and ignited a desperate search that spans years. We're talking about a mother, Virginia Gonzales, now under arrest, and a discovery so disturbing it has unearthed another chilling mystery: the disappearance of her 2-year-old daughter, Ava Marie Gonzales, who hasn't been seen in over 6 years. Law enforcement was called to a southeast Austin apartment complex, not for a missing child, but for a child found in unimaginable conditions. A frantic 911 call, reportedly from Virginia Gonzales' own mother, led them to a scene that no one was prepared for. Inside a cramped closet, barely 5 feet tall, with no light and no ventilation, they found a 7-year-old girl. This wasn't just a case of neglect. It was allegedly a systematic deprivation. This little girl weighed a mere 29 pounds, the average weight of a 4-year-old. According to court documents, this child was allegedly barricaded in that suffocating space for weeks, starved and alone. Her only sustenance? Reportedly, a single corn dog and half a cup of water each day. The consequences of this alleged cruelty are heartbreaking. Police reports indicate the young girl suffered brain damage due to prolonged starvation. As she fights to recover in a local hospital, a crucial detail emerged from the shadows of this horrific discovery. Virginia Gonzales had more children living in that apartment, 6 others, who, thankfully, appeared to be healthy and unharmed. But the number didn't add up. 7 children were found, but there should have been 8. And that's when the name Ava Marie Gonzales resurfaced, a ghost from the past. Ava hasn't been seen since December 2017. She was just 2 years old then. Now, 6 years have passed, leaving a gaping hole in the family and a chilling question mark in the minds of investigators. Where is Ava? Police have released these images, a precious glimpse into the past and a haunting projection of what she might look like today, a 9-year-old girl whose existence hangs in the balance. At a recent press conference, the gravity of the situation was palpable. Police discovered that there was an 8th child who was not found inside the home. The missing 9-year-old child was identified as Ava Marie Gonzales. Missing persons detectives are seriously concerned about Ava's welfare given the circumstances in which Ava's 7-year-old sibling was found. Seriously concerned. Those words carry a heavy weight, painting a grim picture of the fears swirling within the Austin Police Department. How could a 2-year-old vanish without a trace? Why was she never reported missing? Did anyone outside that apartment know she even existed after 2017? Desperate for answers, authorities have released an email address and a Crime Stoppers number, pleading with the public for any information, no matter how small it might seem. They emphasize they aren't looking to get anyone in trouble, just to find Ava and ensure her safety. This is a story that twists the stomach and ignites a fire in our hearts. How could a child simply disappear? What were the circumstances surrounding Ava's last known sighting in her mother's custody? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, if one child was allegedly subjected to such horrific treatment, what fate befell the other who vanished years before? Law enforcement admits they have conflicting statements from family members, and that Virginia Gonzales herself has provided little clarity. The father of Ava remains unidentified, adding another layer of complexity to this already baffling case. Was Ava simply given away? Is she living with unknown relatives? Or is there a darker, more sinister explanation for her absence? Private investigator Steve Fisher, who joined Law and Crime to discuss the case, highlighted the immense challenges investigators face with such a significant passage of time. This makes it super difficult because, the normal process would be when a child like this goes missing, you go into a search based on information that is somewhat in real time. And so that's out the window here. So what we're going to have to rely on is social media, please the family and friends, analytical data. With the usual avenues of investigation largely cold, the focus shifts to piecing together fragmented memories, digital footprints, and the secrets held within the walls of that Austin apartment. The fact that none of the 8 children were seemingly ever enrolled in school raises even more red flags. what was happening inside that home. The discovery of the 7-year-old in that closet has ripped open a wound that has been festering for years. It forces us to confront the terrifying possibility of what might have happened to Ava during those lost years. Was she a victim of the same alleged abuse? Or was her disappearance something else entirely? The clock is ticking, and the hope of finding Ava alive remains. But as investigators delve deeper into the past, they must unravel a tangled web of secrets and conflicting accounts. What did Virginia Gonzales tell her family about Ava's whereabouts all these years? Did anyone suspect anything was wrong? And is there someone out there watching this right now who holds a key to unlocking this heartbreaking mystery? The questions are mounting, the uncertainty is agonizing, but the search for Ava Marie Gonzales is far from over. What do you make of this shocking case so far? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as invested in finding Ava as we are, make sure to subscribe to our channel for the next part of this developing story. Hit that like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. We need your help to keep this case in the spotlight. One of the most perplexing aspects of Ava's disappearance is the apparent lack of any official report. As the Austin Police Department revealed, Ava was never formally listed as a missing child. This raises a crucial question. Why? Did Virginia Gonzales actively conceal her daughter's absence? Or did those around her simply fail to notice a toddler vanish? Private investigator Steve Fisher offered a grim perspective on this silence. In cases like this, where a significant amount of time has passed and there's no immediate outcry, the chances of a tragic outcome can increase. It's kind of cliche to say someone fell through the cracks in cases like this, but for a 2-year-old to disappear, to not be seen, what other avenues were missed here be now more than 6 years later, where police are like, oh my gosh, where is this girl? The lack of school enrollment for all 8 of Virginia Gonzalez's children further deepens a mystery. In our society, schools often act as a vital safety net, a place where potential signs of neglect or abuse can be observed. The absence of this regular oversight for so many children over so many years is deeply concerning. Police have remained tight-lipped about any prior interactions Child Protective Services, CPS, might have had with the Gonzales family, citing confidentiality. However, the sheer number of children and the alleged conditions in which the 7-year-old was found beg the question. Were there earlier warning signs? Did anyone within the system have reason to be concerned about the well-being of these children before this crisis point? Steve Fisher suggested that an investigation into whether Virginia Gonzales received government benefits could potentially reveal some oversight or documentation related to the children. However, the details remain elusive. As investigators try to piece together the last known moments of Ava's life, they face a significant hurdle: conflicting accounts from family members. This suggests a possible attempt to obscure the truth, either intentionally or due to genuine confusion and the passage of time. The fact that Ava's father remains unidentified adds another layer of complexity, eliminating a potentially crucial source of information. The emotional toll on Ava's siblings, now in foster care, must be immense. The 14-year-old, the eldest, may hold crucial memories or insights into Ava's disappearance. However, as Steve Fisher pointed out, extracting this information requires a delicate and trauma-informed approach. That's a really delicate process, though, of extracting that information that is not really for investigators to do. That's for trained and clinical psychologists and in what not to debrief them over a long period of time. You don't want to re-traumatize those older siblings, and we don't know what state they're in mentally. The possibility that Ava was trafficked, while terrifying, cannot be ruled out. Steve Fisher acknowledged this grim reality, highlighting the difficulties in investigating such cases, especially with the significant time lag. Witnesses' memories fade, and potential perpetrators could be anywhere. However, the alleged treatment of the 7-year-old found in the closet casts a long shadow, raising the horrifying possibility that Ava suffered a similar fate within the confines of that very apartment. The casual explanation given by the other children, that the younger sibling was locked away for always getting into stuff and having bladder issues, speaks to a disturbing normalization of abuse within the household. The grandmother's crucial 911 call, which led to the discovery of the severely malnourished child, also inadvertently brought Ava's long absence to light. But it begs the question, did the grandmother know about Ava? Had she inquired about her over the years? Or was Ava's disappearance so effectively concealed that even family members were unaware of her true fate? The Austin Police Department's seemingly cautious approach, even stating they weren't trying to get anyone in trouble when appealing for tips, suggests they believe someone out there possesses vital information but may be hesitant to come forward. Perhaps a neighbor, a distant relative, or even someone within Virginia Gonzalez's circle knows more than they've revealed. This case hangs heavy with unanswered questions and unsettling possibilities. Was Ava a victim of neglect that ultimately led to her death? Was she given away or sold? Or against all odds, is she still out there, unaware of the desperate search for her? The investigation is ongoing. Every tip, every potential lead is crucial. We, the viewers, also play a vital role in keeping Ava's story alive and ensuring she is not forgotten. What are your theories about Ava's disappearance? What details stand out to you the most? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you're following this case closely, please subscribe for the crucial third and final part of our investigation. Hit that like button to show your support for finding Ava, and click the bell icon to stay updated on every development. The truth about Ava Marie Gonzales is out there. We just need to keep searching. As the investigation into Virginia Gonzales continues, law enforcement will be meticulously piecing together any fragments of Ava's life from before her disappearance. This includes poring over any available medical records, attempting to identify and interview any potential fathers, and perhaps most crucially, continuing the delicate process of speaking with Ava's siblings. The emotional and psychological impact on the surviving children cannot be overstated. If they witnessed or experienced abuse similar to what their younger sister allegedly endured, their memories could be deeply buried or distorted. Trained trauma psychologists will be essential in helping them navigate their experiences and potentially unlock crucial details about Ava's fate. While the possibility of Ava being a victim of trafficking remains a chilling concern, the circumstances surrounding the alleged abuse of her younger sister cannot be ignored. The control and isolation allegedly exerted by Virginia Gonzales raise a specter of similar, or perhaps even more tragic, fate for Ava within the confines of their own home. The lack of any outward signs of Ava's existence after December 2017 is deeply troubling. No school records, no reported medical visits, no confirmed sightings by anyone outside the immediate family. It's as if she simply ceased to exist. This absence of any trace strengthens the suspicion that her disappearance was not accidental. Private investigator Steve Fisher highlighted the difficulty of investigating cold cases, especially those involving young children, where memories fade and evidence becomes scarce. The reliance on public tips becomes even more critical in such situations. The Austin Police Department's continued plea for information underscores the fact that they haven't given up hope. They believe someone out there holds a piece of this puzzle, a memory, a detail that could finally lead them to Ava. The offer of anonymity through Crime Stoppers is a crucial element, encouraging those who may be fearful to come forward. While we desperately hope for a positive outcome, that Ava is found alive and well, the reality is that with each passing year, the likelihood of a tragic scenario increases. However, even in the worst-case scenario, finding Ava's remains would bring a measure of closure to this heartbreaking chapter and potentially provide justice for any harm that may have befallen her. The investigation into Virginia Gonzales will undoubtedly delve into her past, seeking any patterns of behavior, any prior interactions with law enforcement or social services.